today I'm going to go over my exact uploading process and settings I use that have helped me go on to get videos like this, almost 4 million views, this one 2 million views, this one 3 million views, this one 1.9 million views. You get the idea. Now I've got the social proof out of the way. Let me just show you exactly what we do step by step, in depth, and make the best YouTube video uploading tutorial on the internet. So first thing you're going to do to upload your video is come to YouTube. Obviously you need to be signed in, hit this button, hit upload a video. Pretty straightforward. I have already done that, and you can see I have a video being uploaded, or has uploaded right here. The first thing we're going to look at is the title. Now we're going to get on to some of the more advanced settings and cool fun stuff later, but we need to spend some time on the title here because the title is incredibly important for a number of reasons. First myth I want to bust: there have been people around here saying that the file name of your video, which is often reflected in the title, impacts your SEO and how well your video ranks. That is a complete lie. Ignore anyone who says that. But what does matter to SEO is your video title itself. So if you want to rank your video in search, getting this right is the most impactful thing you can do. The thing is though, not every video is designed to get the majority of its views from YouTube search. So let me give you an example. Let's go this video that I showed you earlier. This is a video where I say, I bought 5 million YouTube views, here's what happened. Now, when you think about this video's got 2 million people to watch it, but not many of those people are probably going to YouTube search and typing in, I bought 5 million views, blah, blah, blah. So instead, most people probably would have found this on their YouTube homepage or in their next up. And as you can see here, if I go into traffic sources, you can see that this is correct, right? Only 5% of my viewers actually came from YouTube search. So why does this matter? Well, it means that if your video is the kind of thing that's not going to be found through YouTube search, that's something like I bought 5 million views, or I discovered this crazy challenge, or whatever it is, something that people probably aren't going to be searching for, you don't need to worry about including any keywords or SEO stuff here. Just focus on making this title as clickable as possible. The more clickable it is, the more likely it is the algorithm is going to promote that video to viewers on the homepage, on recommended, and your video is going to get a lot of views. However, if your video is the kind of video that is likely for people to search for it, so tutorial videos are a good example of this, like how to change a light bulb, for instance. In those sort of instances, it's very important that you get keywords right, because otherwise your video is not going to show up. And the reason I'm telling you all this here is creating the right title that's going to get you the most amount of views really depends on the type of video you're posting. And you need to evaluate your video, figure out which of the two buckets I've just mentioned it best fits in, and then write your title accordingly. I might turn gain into get because I'm a dumb Australian who doesn't like long fancy words. Then I might come over here and type get analytics access to a YouTube channel like a pro. Because what I think viewers who want to find a video like this are going to most likely be typing into YouTube is something like how to get analytics access to a YouTube channel. And so I want to make sure those keywords are in my title. Now you can use a keyword research tool like vidIQ, for instance, to dive a lot deeper into the best keywords and search phrases to include in your title. But for now, I'm just going to leave this and move on to the next part of our video, which is the description. Now the description is something that people get wrong all the time. And it's actually one of the most important elements to uploading your video. So here is the description template I like to use for all of my videos. I'll explain exactly how to use it and why I use it right now, but I'm going to give you this template for free later in the video just as a bribe to keep you watching and get my watch time up. But anyway, so the first bit of the description is you want a little text hook that sort of elaborates and teases what your video is. This hook, we don't want it to be any longer than 95 characters. And I'll get to why that is in a moment. Also, if you're creating a searchable video, like we talked about earlier, you want to make sure that you're including your keywords in this section. If your video isn't very searchable, it doesn't really matter what keywords you include in here. Just make sure this section entices and excites people to stick around for the video. All right, so I might write something like, here's a step-by-step tutorial on the easiest way to get analytics access to a YouTube channel. I'm just going to check the character count of this. Bam, perfect. 94 characters. I'm just using an extension. It's called Character Count. It's completely free. And again, if you're seeing extensions and stuff around my uploading process, I like using tools to make my life easier, but you can do most of this stuff manually if you don't mind putting in a bit more time. So now we're going to move down our description a bit to this section. This is what I call your first call to action. And a call to action is where you promote something. And if you have a product or service, obviously this is the perfect place to put it. And you might be thinking, but Marcus, I don't promote anything. I don't have a product or sponsor or whatever. That's fine. Promote another one of your videos here. here. If someone clicks on your video and then they click on your call to action, you've now turned 1 view into 2 views. So don't miss out on that opportunity. And you want to copy the exact spacing and character counts I mentioned here, because what we want this to look like is, let's go to a video on YouTube, good old Grammarly ad. What we want our description to look like is this. So you're gonna have your first text hook, that's the first thing people are gonna read, and then you're gonna have your call to action here with the link showing up, whether that's to your product, service, or another YouTube video. And this is all gonna show up without people having to click on the more button. You don't wanna push this link down to another row, because if you do, then people aren't actually gonna be able to click on it without clicking on the more button. Now,